met
Joe DeRosa's here, by the way.
When's the last time you met a wannabe cop that you liked? Look, but seriously, when is the last time you met one of these security guy wannabe cops whose judgment you thought was terrific?
I agree.
And again, I know Zimmerman's brother's lawyer is a fan of the show, and I actually like him. But you're looking at Zimmerman in court, and again, I know you can't judge a book by its cover, but fuck it, we all do it. George, he did, so I will too. You look at him, and I just don't buy it. I don't believe him. I don't think I don't think he said to murder him, but I think people are defending Zimmerman. I'm not saying you don't believe what you're saying, but I just think people, kind of like the way blacks are immediately saying justice for Trayvon, there's a bigger picture that they're looking at, or a bigger emotion. I think people are defending Zimmerman on a bigger thing and a bigger emotion.
Absolutely.
Like, I think
I agree with you.
I think if he was so obviously guilty that you wouldn't defend him. But I think there's enough room in there and enough stuff where you can honestly make a great case for I believe this guy. Even though I think deep down you know that he's fucking full of shit on some level. You know he's lying about this, and you know he lied about I don't believe some fucking... Maybe Trayvon was not a great kid, but in the black community with 17-year-olds in gangs, I don't classify a 17-year-old who got suspended for fighting and has never been arrested or never been to jail as a thug. Like, that just doesn't fit what we think.
Well, then a wannabe thug. What's worse, wannabe cop or wannabe thug?
Wannabe cop, because he's a gun.
Jesus.
Wannabe thug talks shit.
By the way, wannabe thug. So did Trayvon. He had a fucking gun.
Not with him.
Not with him, no. But he had a fucking gun. He was looking to buy and sell guns. It's pictures of him with fucking illegal guns.
I think Jim made a good point about the conception that people had, like what you said about when's the last time you met a wannabe cop that you actually knew what the fuck he was talking about. It's like I really think that the biggest not incriminating, but in the sense of the law, but like what is getting Zimmerman more crucified than maybe he justly deserves, according to your opinion on the case. I think it's that phone call, man. Like when he made that phone call and you could hear like the fucking seething anger in his voice and going, I'm so sick of these punks and whatever. That immediately sounds like he's got a hard on to fucking go at this kid. And I think that's the thing that makes, I think if that tone and those statements weren't made in that initial phone call, people would give him a little more leeway in this and go, all right, well maybe this, maybe it went like this, maybe it went like that. But when you have that, it sounds almost premeditated when you hear that phone call.
Well, that's what the prosecution's going for.
Yeah, and but I'm saying, like, I don't even know what my opinion is on this case because it's very confusing. I hear both sides of it and I go, that's right, no, that's right, no, that's right, no, that's right. But I do think why so many people aren't giving Zimmerman the at least bit of open-mindedness that you're requesting is just because of that. Like, they hear that and they go, this fucking guy had it out for this kid. We can hear it in his voice.
That's a great point. And I hate to say that's a joke, but that's a great... but it really is. Like, all of a sudden, it's like... The phone call, these fucking punks always get away.
Yeah.
That's not, you could say, yeah, that meant he was going to watch him, but that is the tone of an aggressive, this is not going to happen tonight. And yet, for some reason, Trayvon Martin is painted, and I understand what the evidence, but there's just something there that is not making sense. It's just bullshit to me. And you look at this guy, and the fact that if he had never made a 911 call before, well, Trayvon had a fucking a crowbar in his pocket.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He profiled him wrong.
But that's his... See, he called 911 so many times because that was the duties that, he was appointed to be the guy that calls 911. He's the neighborhood rat. He's the guy that has to go around, and if he sees somebody...
He chose to.
He chose to. Whatever.
He wanted to.
Whatever. It's the position he was put in, and everyone knew about it. He wasn't just the guy that's calling 911. So he did. And after calling 911 that many times, and those fucking punks did get away, and that asshole did fucking take off, why aren't you going to be mad and be like, fuck, man? Sure. So it doesn't mean that you go from, by the way, never before having any problems with, chasing or confronting, to the one time he's going to go from 0 to fucking 180 and chase down someone? Or does it make more sense? He's like, fucking assholes always get away. I'm going to get out of my truck. I'm going to keep my eye on this fuck until the cops come around that corner, and I'll go, there he is.
I think there's a third option. And that is...
Sharknado?
Yes. I think that he was hoping a storm would swoop this young man up. Yes. Wasn't it raining, too, by the way?
Yeah.
Which is another good reason to have a hoodie on.
Very dark, very rainy. Yeah. They've argued that.
He was simply wrong. The third option, I think, is that he didn't, he was going to confront him or stop him, but not on the level of maybe throwing a fucking gun butt at his nose.
I don't think he was going to stop him. I don't think he was going to even confront him. I don't think he was going to get near him. I think he wanted to watch him. He had called the cops already.
Sure.
Why is he going to get into a confrontation with somebody? He's waiting for the cops. They could be there literally any second. He's watching them.
And that's exactly why I brought up the thing about that phone call. It's like, you're right. Why would he? It doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you keep your distance? But when a guy goes, these punks always get away, and you hear the anger, he sounds eager in that phone call to shoot his gun for the first time.
No, he sounds like... No way. You don't even know how a fucking legal, law-abiding gun owner fucking reacts.
Well, there's...
The guy had a gun. He never fucking pulled it out. There was no reports him brandishing it, fucking pistol whipping anybody.
But I'm saying there's an eagerness in his voice, and that sounds great. And then also, again...
eagerness to not have this kid get away, which means it doesn't have to mean chase him down and beat him and tackle him. It could mean, why can't it just mean watching him until the cops get there so you can then point out? No, he didn't, because he got punched in the fucking face.
Well, now, just explain one thing to me, because the way I understand the case is, as we
consider it gay because they have a cop.
If George Zimmerman got an erection during the scuffle,
yes, oh boy,
is that gay?
So gay.
No, here's the thing. You guys have already said, and I apologize, I'm coming in late to this, and also I'm not following this as to the extent that you are. But I know that he got out of his car, and I know that he approached the kid. So if he was just watching him, why did he do that? Why did he approach him? Why wouldn't he just stay? I mean, look, I've seen people follow people in the movies. I've never done it in real life, but you sort of stay a block away.
He didn't approach him. That's wrong. It never happened like that.
What was
he got out of his car after Trayvon took off. Trayvon takes off. He runs around the corner to the right down this there's a sidewalk and then a T off. He runs out, and then he runs between some buildings, two of the buildings. Zimmerman then gets out of his car because he lost sight of him. He wants to, again, keep his eye on this fucker until the cops get there. He gets out of his car at that point, doesn't approach him, never walked up to him. He then walks down the T, as he said, to see what the street name was.
So he's lying there. That's a lie.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Okay, that's a big lie.
Yeah. So then he gets out of the car. The operator on the other end, not even 911, non-emergency police operator, asks, "Are you following him?" Mm-hmm. And George says yes. And they go, we don't need you to do that. And the operator testified, that's for George Zimmerman's safety. They don't want him, getting in anybody's face. So he goes, okay. He said, okay. And he wasn't following him. He didn't make the right turn down the condos to follow him. He went straight to where the street was, where he said he needed to see the sign for the street name, which Jimmy doesn't believe or anything. And regardless, I don't think so either. But I think he was, again, keeping an eye on him.
Okay, but can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
We don't need you to do that.
Yeah.
Go the fuck home. Just go the fuck home.
No, that doesn't mean
I have a friend. Well, here's my thing.
Yeah.
I have a friend who was a detective for the NYPD, whatever. He just retired. Mm-hmm. I told him a story one night where I go, I feel like such a piece of shit. And he goes, why? And I go, dude, I walked by some housing projects tonight. I saw a dude grab his girlfriend who was trying to leave him. She was walking out of the building where she is. He grabbed her and threw her face down onto the fucking pavement. And she was crying. And I go, and I didn't do anything to stop him. And he goes, dude, you never get involved. He goes, you call
killed.
the fucking cops and you walk the fuck away. And that's the end of your duty as a citizen.
Yeah.
So if the cops are saying, we don't need you to follow him.
The cops didn't say. That's a big point. The operator, who is a fucking operator, not a law enforcement, said, we don't need you to do that because we don't want you getting hurt.
Right.
Here it is. And I know this is legal wrangling, but this is what they're fucking saying.
Right.
He then turned around and started coming back, walking back to his truck.
Okay.
When he got to the T part where Trayvon made that turn to the left as they were walking up, there's Trayvon. Now, why the fuck didn't Trayvon continue on that fucking course? His house is at the end of that sidewalk. So he could have continued going. He either stopped or went and turned back around, came up to the T where George is now coming back to his truck, and was like, you following me?
Why isn't George still on the 911 call?
They had hung up.
Why?
I don't. Again,
who hung up?
I think 911 did. The cops
they just hung up on him?
The cops will be there.
Why did he stay on the phone with them and continue to give updates as to where this guy was going?
That would have been nice, wouldn't it?
But I mean...
Yeah, but that's kind of what you're supposed to do, I think.
Yeah, if you're truly trying to alert the police...
Well, if you're an operator, you would stay on the line. You can't, you're not, hey, wait, you know...
Right, the operator... I don't remember hearing the operator hang up on him.
I want to hear that part of the... I'm sure the jury's going to want to hear that, too. So he walks back. Trayvon approaches him.
Right.
Because he should have been home at that point, Trayvon. But he came back and said, you following me?
Right.
And Zimmerman said, no. He goes, you got a problem? And Zimmerman goes, no. He goes, well, you do now. Bam! Cold cocks him in the face. Zimmerman goes down. Trayvon gets on top of him, starts punching him in the face, hitting his head against the sidewalk.
Now, this is hearsay. There's no proof that this was the actual conversation, obviously, because there's no record of it. But maybe the conversation was, and this is where the gray area is for me. Maybe the conversation was, are you following me? Yeah, I'm fucking following you because I'm sick of you fucking punks always getting away with the shit you're pulling around here. Stop fucking following me. No, fuck you. The cops are coming. Right. Now we're fighting.
That's fine. Wait. You could say that.
Right.
I could say that to you right now.
Right.
Until you punch me, there's been no violence. The only evidence, physical evidence, that anyone was hit is Zimmerman's face. So,
okay.
Who hit first? So, a confrontation can be verbal or the following, but following isn't illegal. Telling someone, who the fuck are you and what you're doing in my neighborhood isn't illegal either.
Right.
And it isn't grounds to punch someone in the fucking face.
But it is confrontational, and it is, in a situation like that, aggressive. What are you doing around here?
Could be. But again, there isn't any of that. What are you doing around here? There's no evidence of that. You can speculate all you want. The jury cannot base their decision on whether he was acting in self-defense on some prosecution speculation as to what might have been said. Here's what was said to the jury. Here's what the court knows what was said. What George Zimmerman says was said.
But
sorry.
On the flip side, you're comfortable bringing in evidence about what Trayvon Martin was like in his personal life, things that
yeah. But they didn't.
But I'm saying, like, you're weighing all of that.
I said that would have been, it would have been great for the defense if they were able to bring his past, his text messages, his pictures from his phone, which show a penchant for fighting, and texts that describe how he got on top of somebody in school and was punching him in the fucking face.
And I do, but again, I agree that he was doing that. But Zimmerman simply, if you're profiling somebody and they're not doing what you think they're doing, you've profiled them wrong. You've made a mistake.
But you only know that after the fact.
Yes, that's why if you're going to do it and you're going to actively be involved in that, you better know what the fuck you're doing.
He knew enough of what he was doing to keep an eye on someone he thought looked a little iffy in the neighborhood. That's all. Right. And if Trayvon decided to not go home and turn around and confront this guy and punch a guy that, sorry, he didn't know he had a gun, punch him in the face, so be it. Boy, you picked the wrong motherfucker that night.
But you see, it's like all of that is like, without Zimmerman spotting him and starting this doesn't, Trayvon Martin did nothing.
You're right. Nothing wrong.
To inspire this from Zimmerman. So you're giving Zimmerman almost a pass, like, hey, he had a gun, that guy didn't know it was coming. Instead of looking at Zimmerman going, hey, fuckhead, he was just walking home. You thought he was something that he wasn't.
He was just walking home. And Zimmerman was watching, and nothing happened right up until he was punched in the face.
The logical thing, though, is after 10 911 phone call, or whatever it was, and then, like Joe said, the tone of this call, it's all of a sudden he's just Mr. Sheepish, and shucks, gee whiz, where you going, fella? Like all of a sudden he's the sheepish guy who got punched. Meanwhile, he thinks Trayvon's a thug. He thinks he's a criminal. So why does he just all of a sudden walk up all innocent and, gee, with his hands at his side, ready to get...
He didn't walk up.
No, but if Trayvon had punched him, walked up to him, why doesn't Zimmerman, who everyone is saying is a pussy, have his fucking hand on his pistol? Or even not saying pull it out, because I know the law is weird. This guy wanted to have him held there. He wanted the... Good job by the police.
I agree with that.
He wanted that. Good job, George.
You know what? He might have.
I really think what happened was he's a fake fucking cop. And anything I say with respect to both families, because either side.
Shut your face. Fuck both families. What do you think, they're going to be in court talking about you? Shut up. Fucking throw my coffee on you. And you say with respect to both families. Why don't you say rest in peace when you mention a dead guy? Sorry, John.
All due respect to the Corleone family.
Right. No, who do you think you're talking to?
I forgot what show I was on.
You're not CNN.
I was doing AM radio yesterday.
Joe thought he was on fucking NPR.
And I mean this with all due respect.
All due respect.
Eat a bag of shit.
Listen, here's the thing. It's what I think is I think this guy is a wannabe cop. I think if you want to be a cop, go be a fucking cop. I think he wanted to, like Jim said, he wanted the pat on the back and all that stuff. I think he followed this kid around. This kid got pissed off about it. There's apparently, not record, but the Trayvon saying like, see, this guy's following me, what the fuck, or whatever. It pissed Trayvon off. Trayvon walked toward him, said, dude, what the fuck's your problem? Why you follow me? Zimmerman ran his mouth, and the big tough guy got his fucking ass kicked by a 17-year-old kid. And when he was on the ground going, oh shit, I bit off way more than I can fucking chew, I'm going to shoot this guy. And I also think that his shooting of him was passion. It was. I think he was sitting there going, "You motherfucker!" You know what I mean?
You think that came through the panic of having your ass beaten?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you why I believe that.
Okay.
Because I know 17-year-old kids, period, minors. They understand what they can get away with now. They understand that they can say to a parent, for example,
fuck you.
Yeah. I have a nephew that lives with my aunt, who's his grandma, whose custody was taken away from my cousin. And
you got 3 seconds with the story to make it relevant.
It's got to be relevant.
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Yes.
My point
Sustained.
My point is, this is my favorite part about getting trash today. I woke up at 4:30 and drove 2 hours. And as soon as I got here, I'm just getting smashed.
Oh, right.
It's getting fucking trash.
I just don't like your personal touch, fucking attitude. My aunt has this. Who gives a fuck?
Here's my point. There's an anger that comes out of what kids get away with these days. My nephew says to his grandma, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want.
Nice.
And you know what I mean? And he does what he wants. And now he lives on a farm for juvenile delinquents. But there's a frustration that comes out of that. So there's that coupled with this guy wanting to be the good guy, wanting to be the cop, coupled with I want to protect my neighborhood, coupled with potentially a little bit of racism. So yes, I do think all that comes through when that kid is on top of you, beating the shit out of you. You're going, these fucking kids, this fucking kid's going to get away with this because he's a minor. These fucking black guys, this fucking neighborhood, God damn it. And yeah, I absolutely think that would come through.
I think it's more likely that he panicked.
I think panic.
I think he's on the ground. His life probably wasn't in danger. Because, even if you said Trayvon had texts about, being on top of somebody and beating them up before, he didn't kill him.
Well, that's
so
true.
His life wasn't in danger. So he starts panicking like, oh, I didn't see this coming, and doesn't know what to do because he's probably not a great fighter. And he shoots the kid and then goes, oh, shit, what did I just do?
But I think that speaks to my point even more. If his life wasn't really in danger, it's not panic at that point. It's fucking rage. It's passion. It's fucking gritting your teeth and going, I'm sick and tired. I mean, look, this is a theory, obviously.
When you're getting beaten up, I think in those moments, I don't think you're as logical. Like, I think, I don't think Trayvon is thinking that. I think, in those moments where where there's a real confrontation,
you're just squirming to get away from.
He might have thought he was going to be killed.
You want it to stop as quickly as possible, and to pull out a gun and shoot someone to make that stop, you got to be pretty fucking.
If you shoot somebody out of panic, that's manslaughter, unless your life was really on the line.
I think he was panicking.
But if you
know what I mean?
But the jury would have to believe that,
right?
Aside from what Zimmerman has said. That, yes, I felt my life was in danger.
What do you think personally? Don't take all the legal stuff
personally,
out of it. What do you think actually happened? Not what the jury should say based on the evidence. Do you think that something like we're saying, like, he didn't see it coming, he didn't hunt him down, but then he was in this situation and he panicked and shot a kid he didn't need to shoot?
I think
do you think that's likely?
I think he got cold-cocked. I think he didn't see it coming. I think he was on the ground getting hit.
Yeah.
And in that moment, whether it's panic... In order to panic, you have to have some fear of something. You're not just going to, I'm panicked that he's going to fucking, take my wallet. Or I'm panicked. He panicked that he thought he was in danger of getting grave bodily harm.
I'm not saying that there wasn't any panic involved whatsoever. What I'm saying is there are certain physical confrontations where your preconceived notions of a person could fuel your behavior a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. So, in other words, if you Jim, you told a story once on here about that girl that you were going out with that wouldn't let you go to sleep that night.
Yeah.
And you were like, you said you went in your kitchen, you were like looking at the knives, you were so fucking angry.
Oh yeah.
My point is like when you're staring at the knives in your kitchen, you're not going to do anything, obviously. But when you're staring at those knives, if I was at your house arguing with you, you wouldn't go to that place. There's two.
No, because it obviously wouldn't be my house. You were there.
God damn it. As it's coming out of my mouth.
I don't mean that.
I know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something fueling you going to that place. Yeah. And I think in this instance, of course there's panic.
But you got it.
But I think more can fuel it than just panic in this situation. I think if somebody
can.
I think if George Zimmerman had, let's just say for argument's sake, a white guy on top of him that wasn't in a hoodie, he might have been less likely to reach for that gun or freak the fuck out.
Maybe,
that's
but if the description of who was perpetrating all these crimes was a white guy all the time, maybe then he wouldn't have to think like that.
But of course,
I hate the blame going to the fucking white guy because black society has entered this fucking unbelievably disproportionate crime fucking commission.
The bigger picture. Right there, you look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And it represents this big thing. The reality is it's just these two guys.
Right.
And if he thinks this guy's a criminal, and this guy's a threat, and this dumb motherfucker, and this is my major problem with him, goes through these steps and gets out of his car, licensed to carry a firearm, and is that ill-prepared to protect himself, then to me, there is some kind of a criminal negligence there. Because, again, if Trayvon had punched him through the car window, I'd be 100% with Zimmerman. If there was just, there's something about this, I don't fucking believe it. Or if he's telling the truth, then he is such an incompetent wannabe cop. The nerve of this cocksucker to carry a gun.
Again, that's not illegal.
And get
unfortunately,
but to get yourself in that situation.
Get yourself in a situation.
You're a wannabe cop, and you call up angry, you use all the law enforcement terms, and you do all this. But all of a sudden, you're shy and sheepish when you approach. That doesn't wash with me.
I don't think he was trying to get into a confrontation with this
You might
kid.
be right.
I don't think he was.
But if that's not true, or if he wasn't at least trying to follow him and go, whoa, wait a minute, you're going to wait here. Not a confrontation, like I'm going to kick your ass, but as a figure of authority, because he knows he has the pistol. He's lying about looking for the street name. We all know that's an absolute fucking lie. He's not looking for the street name. He's lying. Like, there's certain things that we know he's bullshitting about. So those we just wash over.
Yeah, if you're in a case for self-defense, obviously he can't say, if Trayvon's face was all beaten and his wasn't.
Yeah.
You obviously can't just say, well, he was beating me. But that's a lie. This is, all right, I could bolster my fucking self-defense story by saying this is why I walked over here or that one. But again, that doesn't reflect on him being approached by Trayvon punching him in the face, him getting into a position where he feels his life is threatening and shooting.
But you automatically believe, or maybe it's through the evidence.
It's only through the evidence. Okay, I don't know what to believe. I wasn't there.
No, I mean that Trayvon with the and I know that the marks on Zimmerman's face. I believe he was getting beat up. But
if there was one mark on Trayvon. One mark, I would think.
Well, there was.
Well, one. Okay, if there were 2 marks on him.
Well, I mean, but that could just mean that George Zimmerman is an absolute pussy that doesn't know how to fight.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I mean, it doesn't mean that he's not also wrong in the fight, though.
You're right, though. Exactly. He doesn't know how to fight. That's why he felt his life was being threatened.
But here's the thing. It's like I could get into a fight with Kenny, and I could beat on Kenny 10 times as much as Kenny beats on me. I'm going to have more marks on me than Kenny has on him because I hit like a little fucking quim.
The idea behind self-defense and defending your life by taking someone else's has nothing to do with how well you can fight, how many punches you took. Nothing. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
So you don't think it's
any reflection of... It's your belief that your life is ready to be taken or you're going to have great bodily harm done to you. It doesn't have this little subnote that goes, you better be able to fight. No, that's all the law is. Did you feel like you were going to die? Yes. Thank you.
You don't think some fucking pussy with a fucking wannabe cop with a pistol who winds up shooting an innocent guy. Again, he was wrong. His profile
innocent right up until he punched him in the face.
The whole thing that he pushed forward that entire. And again, I understand the legality of it.
Pushed forward. Trayvon turned around. But he could have been home with his dad.
He could have been, but he's being followed. And like a lot of times you're being followed. You don't know what's going on.
How about you go home to your former gang member dad and he can help you beat the shit out of this guy? You go home. You fucking go home.
That's fine. But then how about Zimmerman? They got it under control. Go the fuck home.
They didn't say that.
Go the fuck home. Are you that worried that one of your neighbors might get a fucking bracelet stolen? I mean, go the fuck home, dude.
He wants the pat on the back from the cops.
Yes, I'll agree with you 100% on that, Jimmy.
Cops don't like this guy. Cops don't fucking look at Zimmerman like, wow, this guy was doing a terrific...
No.
Cops look at this guy like this. Most cops that I've talked to, I'm sure some don't agree with me, I thought this guy's like a fucking... just a pussy boy getting himself involved. And you know, it's like as much as I talk shit on the radio, I don't fucking threaten people or physically. If I had a pistol, I'd be a... Can we hear the end of the 911 call? I'm sorry, but...
Oh, right. It's
I am
right
curious.
There.
And Zimmerman may have... The 911 operator may have hung up. I don't remember.
Yeah, let's hear...
Straight past the clubhouse and make a left. Then they go past...
Okay, just let it play from there.
You'll see my truck.
He's giving instructions where he wants the cops to be.
I don't know. It's a cut-through, so I don't know the address.
Okay, do you live in the area?
Yeah.
Well, what's your apartment number?
It's a home. It's 1950. Oh, crap. I don't want to give it out loud. I don't know where this kid is.
Okay, do you want to just be with him right near the mailboxes, then?
Yeah, that's fine.
He said he'll meet the cops.
I'll let him know to meet you with you out there, okay?
Actually, could you have him call me and I'll tell him where I'm at?
Okay, yeah, that's...
Oh!
Right there.
Why?
You need my number?
Pause that real quick.
Yeah, I got it. 407.
Why?
What do you mean?
Exactly.
Call them and call me.
Exactly.
Hold on. Why call me and I'll tell them where I'm at if he's going back to his truck? Do you want them to meet you by the truck? Can you... Well, no, actually, can I be more involved in this? Can you have them call me so I can tell you...
Well, because he's keeping an eye on him.
Oh, no.
Absolutely.
But hold on. But that doesn't go with... Hold on. That doesn't go with he wasn't following him. Which I know is not a crime. And that doesn't go with, I was just going back to the truck. I was just going to get the address. The 911 operator asked him, do you want them to meet you in the truck?
Right.
Can you have them call me? So That's what he was doing.
Well, there was a big confusion earlier on, too, as to where everything was. Like, it didn't seem like the operator knew where he was talking about.
Right.
We'll meet by the clubhouse. We'll meet by the mailboxes. We'll meet by my truck. There was a lot of confusion as to where he wanted to meet, and that's why he wanted to talk directly with the cops and tell them where he was going to be.
He wanted to talk directly with the cops because this motherfucker is a wannabe cop, and he wants to be part of the group. That's all. Can you have them call me direct? Who the fuck says that?
Well, convict him then of wannabe cop in the second degree.
But I'm saying that, like, just
it's
like
not a murder rap.
But I'm saying that tells you something about this guy that we understand. And circumstantial cases are built on stuff like that. You know what this guy is.
Well, you know what Trayvon was, too. I beat that nigga's face, motherfucker. Read his texts. Yeah, motherfucker. You want to go in on a 380? You want to go in on a gun?
Again,
with me? Then you know what he's about.
A shit
Come
talker.
on.
But again, he wound up
and if
dead.
you bring up that he's 17 years old,
I don't care about his age.
I'll bring up a case of a 17-year-old that killed a motherfucker with his bare fucking hands.
I don't care about. I'm talking about in this situation.
I can bring up cases of 6-year-old kids shooting their 3-year-old sisters with shotguns.
Misbehaving.
That's parents being very irresponsible. Jesus.
But I mean, come on, man. It's like a fucking teenager's a teenager. You remember what a dipshit you were when you were 17? I remember what a dipshit I was.
Buying and selling guns and fucking drugs and fucking getting into fights.
I tried to buy a gun when I was 14. Does that mean I was a goddamn fucking murdering lunatic?
You got lucky then.
Couches on fire.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
you got lucky.
Dropping them on highways.
It's like
you got lucky.
You do dumb shit when you're young. You got to give a little leeway for that.
If Jimmy's willing to say, you know what this guy's all about, based on, you know what this guy's all about. You know what Trayvon was all about. He wasn't this innocent fucking show us his 12-year-old, when he was 12, his picture on the news.
Nobody's saying
saintly kid. No, they're all saying that, Joe. They're all saying that.
Right here, right now.
You're not giving him any benefit of the doubt.
I am too.
No, but I'm just saying, when you look at Zimmerman, you find like the parts where like, no, I understand that, and yes, but with Trayvon, it's the guy was. I don't count him as a thug. First of all, talking shit in text. My text messages are an abomination.
I understand, but if your text messages were an abomination as to fighting and trying to buy a gun and shit,
did he own a gun?
That would be different. It's iffy. No one wants to say anything, but there's pictures of him holding a gun. There's but that's. Come on.
I understand. I understand that fucking. But I differentiate between him kind of like embracing that culture or that idea.
See, now you're giving him the excuses but not giving Zimmerman the benefit of the doubt.
He's never been arrested. And it's really hard for me to picture any fucking, especially with a ex-gang member father, any 17-year-old black thug who has never been arrested. That's a difficult label for me to put. If he was 13, I would say, well, maybe not yet. But when you're 17 and you've never been arrested, but you're a big fighter and you're into guns, I find it hard to believe that those two things are
murderers that were never arrested too. Even at
not
that
as
age.
Many in that culture. Not as many young black gangbangers or black thugs who weren't arrested by the age of 17.
Maybe he's a thug wannabe.
Look,
that wannabe label's thrown around a lot.
But he didn't have a gun on him. Zimmerman was behaving like a cop wannabe by saying, have the police call me directly.
He's behaving as a neighborhood watch guy. I should have fucking just went to Target and gone back home again. I understand.
If I was driving in my car, okay, and we with some guys and we got pulled over and they found an 8-ball in the car and they tried to make a case that Joe DeRosa is a drug addict. I'm not a fucking drug addict, but people could come out and go, I did blow with that dude once. Or I smoked pot with him once. That doesn't mean I'm a fucking drug addict. It means like, okay, yeah, there's fingers that could point in the direction that maybe you could build a case theoretically, but it doesn't mean that that's what I am. Look at the fucking proof. Raid my house. You're not going to find a fucking stitch of drugs.
Look at the proof. You have one guy with his face completely beat in. You have one guy without a scratch on him except for a bullet hole through his heart. And you got the witnesses that said, I saw this guy on top of this guy. And I heard this guy screaming help, and his statement is I was saying help, and this guy went inside. It corroborates with other witnesses that had come out. So,
but I'm not denying any of that. But here's the thing: did he have a cut in the back of his head? Yeah, I saw it. I saw the footage of that. Was the first place they took him was to the hospital to get fixed up? Because they do that.
Yeah.
Even if you're in trouble, the cops will bring you to the hospital and fix you up first.
Yeah.
And they fucking didn't.
No, they didn't.
And how bad was the fucking cut? Also, on top of that, he's a bald-headed guy, meaning like Jim, shaved fucking head. That cut looks 20 fucking times worse because there's no hair covering it.
Do you know what the extent of injuries you need for self-defense?
Do I know what?
Do you know what the extent of injuries a person needs to claim self-defense?
No.
None. Zero. No. You don't even need an injury at all.
Okay, but...
So it's
but then you could come at me sideways down the hallway, coming back from the bathroom later, and I could shoot you and go, I felt threatened. Why'd you feel threatened? Because Ant was walking towards me,
you know what?
And I know how he thinks.
All right.
I mean, you can make a case for anything. It doesn't mean it's a strong case.
You're right. You know what they would do? They'd check all the cameras. They'd check the witnesses of the people in the station. They'd talk to people as to what you were doing and I was doing before and after. It's not this one moment where it's like, well, George Zimmerman and Trayvon were there and they were alone, so that's all they got is George Zimmerman's word. No. You got George Zimmerman's word that has to be backed up with every other piece of evidence from that moment. And it does. It meshes. Everything he said about the confrontation. Not I went here to go look at a sign or I went here to go look down the sidewalk to see where that motherfucker was. Fuck that. Here's the thing. Were you fucking being attacked by somebody else when you pulled that trigger? Did you feel like your life was being threatened? Does it get backed up by ear and eyewitnesses and a tape from 911 from another apartment and the gunshot and the position and all that? Has to come together. You can't just say, I love that one. Well, I could walk and say that you did this and you shoot me. Yeah. Where? In a vacuum?
Okay. Fine. So, what you just, based on everything you just said, boil this case down to what it is, which I think we're doing.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, who gives a fuck then? To me, because who gives a fuck? Because if you're not going to talk about if motivation can't come into it, if preconceived notions can't come into it.
It can.
But
there's no proven ill will. There's no proven...
You don't think that phone call is proof enough of ill will?
No.
Or proof enough of preconceived notion?
No, not ill will towards one single person. When he goes, these assholes and these motherfuckers, he's not pinpointing one person. He's talking about the group of people that constantly get away. It's really, this is fucked up, and this is just something I believe. If he hadn't pluralized that, there'd be a problem. He pluralized assholes. He pluralized motherfuckers.
Do you say the word asshole and motherfucker on a 911 call when you're not angry?
Well, he's by doing that. He's pluralizing. He's lumping them in. He's lumping them with them.
Yes, he was, but that isn't ill will toward one person.
But my point is,
it's a big Jimmy. It's huge difference.
So if you say,
huge,
or not you, but if you say, I don't like that Jew, to a rabbi walking by, do you think that's different as calling going, I don't like Jews?
Yes.
No.
As far as ill will in a murder case,
okay.
Yes, it matters.
Okay.
You need ill will toward a person, one person,
yes,
not a group of people. If that person falls into the group that you are talking about, it's not ill will toward that person.
Doesn't the ill will isn't it some of the actions as well? Isn't ill will? Isn't that just one piece of an ill will puzzle?
And it has to be
killed.
It has to be at the moment. At the moment. It can't be beforehand. It can't be even during the call. It's too far away from the incident. It has to be at the incident. You need ill will, hate, in order to have that stick.
Well, I don't say that he approached them with hatred either. And that's not the point I'm making anyway. Well, and by the way, to anybody who I block on Twitter today, you're never being unblocked.
Oh, shit.
But I'm not blocking people for agreeing with you. There's plenty, most people agree with you. And I'm not blocking any.
I know.
Well, if you're being a cunt on Twitter, you're getting blocked, and I'm never unblocking you.
By the way, this is a great fucking discussion, and this is exactly what will probably happen in the jury room. Yeah. You'll hear people, like, batting this shit back and forth.
But here's you never answered my question.
I'm sorry.
And it's all right. You're all worked up. It's early in the morning.
Jesus.
If my point is, you call 911, I just, for argument's sake, I think it's a fair statement to say that when you call 911, okay, if you're a law-abiding, decent, upstanding, suit and tie citizen like George Zimmerman is, supposedly, you don't use words like asshole and motherfucker, okay, unless you are fucking angry.
Okay.
So I'm saying.
Did you hear that part of the call?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't yell into the phone and go, hey, 911, these assholes. He's muttering. It's under his breath. He's going, these fucking assholes always get away. He's not on the phone.
You've never seen a guy angrily mutter, though? My point is like, that's not, I would never call 911 and go.
Yelling that's going on. And that does make a difference. There's not an angry yelling in the phone. These assholes. He's muttering, going, because you know why? Because they always get away. That's why he's saying that.
I'll say something that I'm probably going to get smashed for. I took an acting class once.
Oh, no.
And I said, I was yelling in a scene, and the teacher said, why are you yelling? And I said, because I'm saying I'm angry. And she goes, that doesn't mean that you're yelling. Anger can show itself in many different ways. Just because he wasn't yelling doesn't mean he wasn't angry. My point is you don't call... Look, as Jim said earlier, he's trying to be like this all-shucks guy. If you're the all-shucks guy, you don't call 911 and say motherfucker and asshole unless you're fucking seething with anger.
And we'll get it straight. It was the non-emergency call.
Or you know what I mean? The call.
I know.
You know what I'm
saying. And he was, you could say angry. He was frustrated. The fucking guy, all these other times, these fucking assholes get away. So he's muttering as he's talking to the guy. He's trying to give him the location. Then he sees Trayvon take off between two buildings. And he goes, fucking assholes always get away. Okay. Now he's got to find him. It's frustration. You can hear more frustration in that voice than anger.
I will tell you this. When I saw that dude, I'm telling you something. This dude grabbed this chick in front of this building when I was in the on the Lower East Side, and slammed her to the fucking ground, dude. Her fucking teeth and face hit the ground. She was crying like a 6-year-old, dude. And then she got up off the ground because he pulled her up by her fucking hair, okay? I called 911.
You did call?
I called. I touched myself, and then I called 911, and they were like, what's going on? I told them exactly where I was, and I said, I'm standing across the street. I will wait here till the cops get here. What I didn't do was go, these motherfuckers always get away with this shit.
Well, it's personal to you.
I also didn't walk into the fucking project development to try to track where this fucking guy was.
If you were on fucking watch bitches get the shit beat out of them detail, where you walked around and watched it, and you had seen maybe 12 or so, a dozen guys beat their girlfriends, and every time the cops showed up that you called the cops on, the guy was gone.
Right.
After a while, wouldn't you go, fucking get the cops here. These fuckers always get away.
The difference is Joe saw something happening. Zimmerman didn't. The people who are saying I did chase the bus. Yes, of course I did. I thought I saw something, so I called it in. But what I did was I eventually just went away. Like, what if the bus driver had kicked your ass? You dumb motherfuckers. I wouldn't have gotten out of my car. The bus driver never would have kicked my ass because I would have zoomed away.
But what if he, what if he came up to you? Like the bus stops, you stop, and then all of a sudden he's like at your passenger window or something.
I would have been very surprised, and I think that as reasonable people, we see the difference between a guy following you in a dark apartment complex and in Manhattan a car following a bus. So to the people on Twitter,
it's very hard to equate.
To the people on Twitter, can you honestly not see the difference?
It's just funny to equate it because, and I love that call.
Of course.
Here's my this just came up on Twitter, and I don't know. It says Zimmerman has a history of violence. Is that true?
No, I think there was a domestic incident. And a restraining order, but it was on both sides. He took one out on her. When you go through like,
I mean, that sounds
like that.
It's not that different than all the Trayvon text.
But I'm saying if they would have let that in, they would have let the Trayvon, and the Trayvon ones are much more damaging.
Not really. No.
Yes, they are.
If he had a restraining order against him for being stalkerish or whatever. Or
no, it wasn't stalkerish.
Oh, okay.
I guess when you go through a lot of times when couples break up. The woman takes one out on the guy takes one out on the woman. It fucking happens. And meanwhile, if it hadn't been resolved satisfactorily, they never would have given him a pistol license.
But
so
that's true.
You can't get a gun if you have that
fair.
where it's not disposed of properly.
I got a fist, by the way, badly.
All right, let's take a break. E-Rock, you got that? Jimmy, law-abiding Jimmy.
Yeah.
I've been on a block frenzy, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of you guys make good points.
Yeah,
and I'm not blocking. Again, I'm not blocking you for agreeing with Ant.
No.
I answer genius, and I understand why.
And I love fucking discussing stuff with Jimmy.
But if you're being a cunt, go. And again, some of you won't care, but don't fucking email me. You know, I'm a fan. Fuck you.
Good. Fucking, I love blocking.
I'm a faggot. I unblock a lot of people who will write, go, hey, man, I'm just, whatever.
I unblocked one person recently from Pittsburgh because he just wouldn't fucking stop, and I was like, and his crime wasn't all that bad.
Right.
So I unblocked, but I don't unblock anybody. Anyone. Once you're done, because I can't keep track of what I blocked you for the most part, so I'm just like, I'm only going to assume it's the worst thing.
I stopped blocking because I took Twitter off my phone because I was always looking at it. Mm-hmm. So I have to do it through the Safari now. Like, I just tried to block somebody, and the Safari thing won't let you block. So I don't block anybody anymore.
You took Twitter off your phone because you're just too crazy?
Yeah, it's just...
All right, we'll get into social media next. Jimmy, go piss. We'll be right back. Wow. That was exhausting. Our little debate. I guess... O'Mara's delivering the defense's closing arguments right now.
You know, Ann, I always say the art of conversation is dead. And I like when a couple of...
I wish you were the art of conversation. Jesus. Stop.
I was kidding.
I was kidding.
I was being a fucking smartass.
I was only kidding. Last time I saw you was my party.
Yeah.
And, wow, that was something.
I don't remember a lot of it.
I know. Yeah, me neither.
I got
it's just pretty twisted.
Real fucked up. I showed up at midnight. You guys have been going since Christ knows when.
Yeah, since probably noon, so I was already 12 hours in.
I said to somebody when I walked in, I go, it looks like the fucking end of Awakenings in this place. It looked like the asylum was just like melting down. It was just all coming apart.
Yeah.
But you know what? I want to say hi to all the live from the Compound fans, because I sat in there for a while.
Yeah.
I never got so many nice things said to me. People were just calling, saying such sweet stuff. I really mean that. It was very touching.
Yeah.
Very touching.
That's a weird audience. It's not like here. It's really different. I don't know why.
They seem like very gentle and supportive until a girl walks in, and then they're like, "Can you get that cunt out of the frame?"
Unless she's gonna show her tits, I don't want to fucking see no bitch in. All right.
I think they all did. I think every girl was showing
I was just showing tits, and I don't know. And then I leave the fucking camera on and just walk away. Anyone could do whatever the fuck they want.
Oh, my God. You know who I made up with that night was Fred from Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had that. That was when I took Twitter off my phone because I went so crazy on him on Twitter. And I went nuts. And then
I forgot you guys had a beef.
Yeah, and I was like, what am I doing? I'm losing my shit.
To party. Who?
What's that?
I was shitting who?
Fred from Brooklyn.
Fred from Brooklyn
was at the party?
I had a really bad exchange on Twitter at one time, and that's why I took Twitter off my phone. I was like, I'm getting too involved in Twitter.
From Brooklyn?
He's some guy from Brooklyn.
Some guy. He was over at my party, and Joe was there also. And they had some kind of beef, so I guess they made up at the party.
We made up. We hung out all night. We had a great time. That was a fun party, man.
Yeah, it was, wow. I just know, I woke up. I was on one of the fucking floaty things in the pool.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking, this is so nice, relaxing. And then people kept trying to wake me up. They're like, get up, you fucking,
Yeah, it's dangerous.
I'm like, nah, if you fall off, you wake up. What are you going to do?
Well, there's a difference between falling asleep on a raft and blacking out on one.
Whoops. Oh, look at this. We got a phone call, if we can plunk that down. Hi, Opie and Anthony show. You're live on the air.
I understand I was being trashed yesterday by Jim. I'm in with wishing he was on a stupid red carpet. Norton.
Wait.
I understand he was trying to bond with David Spade by trashing my good name.
Oh, man.
I don't think we really trashed you.
What happened?
Did we trash Colin? I don't think so.
That's what I heard.
Well, all I know is David Spade gave you a wake-up call when he said, I know you, you're Colin's friend.
No.
Oh.
He said hello when he came in.
Who you are.
No, that's not what he said. David was attempting to bond with me when he said, hey, you're Quinn's buddy, right? You're buddies with Quinn. Like we have a common friend.
That's not what I heard. I heard the description like, I don't really know you. You're not really in this business, but I know Colin.
But I know Colin Quinn.
You know him.
That's an inaccurate description. That's not at all accurate.
My fans would not lie to me on Twitter.
They certainly would.
Were you at the big premiere?
Yes, I was. By the way, my victory for today, and I'm serious, will be if we can go through this whole conversation, whatever trashing, whatever goes on, without acknowledging that DeRosa in there.
I knew you were going to say that. I saw that coming from a mile away, you cunt.
I knew he was going to say it, too, but I figured I would let him say it just because that's the way humor works.
Oh, shit.
Why am I'm getting pounded today.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm getting pounded today.
What the hell's going on?
Joe, you get pounded because you're an inconsistent regular in life.
Wow.
You just show up randomly once every couple of months and you say, yeah, I'm fitting in, but nobody bring up that I've been disappeared for a month and a half.
Jesus.
I'm bringing it up. Where
Joe goes off.
You weirdo?
Joe does go off on the lamb.
You can't be inconsistent, just pop in.
I just, sometimes you need a little time away, Colin, that's all. I'll do my own thing for a little while.
Creative juices flowing.
Yeah. I like to go off and brainstorm for a little while.
Sure.
Hey, I heard you were walking the red carpet. What was there, period blood on it?
Jesus, Chip. There's no
I
fucking...
knew Chip was going to take a turn for the bile.
It's not even a joke.
It's a fucking good one.
No.
Oh, it wasn't a good one. Carl, what are you doing? What's up with your show?
I'm downtown in Tribeca.
Yeah?
Now you are?
Yeah.
What are you doing in Tribeca?
I live down there.
Oh, you're home,
down there.
okay.
Yeah.
So now you just call...
The person that's seen my apartment.
Now you're just with your fucking 6 Diet Coke cans. I still regret not photographing that. So you don't even come in anymore? You just kind of call in for a fucking quick plug-a-roo?
No, I'm just... How about I'm just calling in to bust chops? How about that? Don't give me a plug-a-roo.
Don't say bust chops either, like you're my fucking uncle.
Bust your chops.
Hey, I'm just busting your stones a little. Shut up.
Well, I don't like the way you had to turn... You have to immediately turn art into commerce. Not everybody says venal is Jim, where it's I can plug every 2 seconds.
Plug into commerce.
All in, try to scratch DeRosa a little.
Right,
and have some pleasure in life, and it's lonely down here.
That's fair. That's fair enough. I accept that. But no, you were ill-informed. We might have made fun of you, but it wasn't a great deal.
I like that. You were ill-informed.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing David Spade and really even bring you up, Carl. Sorry.
No, he said that your buddies with Quinn.
Of course he did.
He knew I was, but he just wanted to. He wanted to.
Remember, you don't realize I don't forget anything. I could easily tell David, don't trust Jim Norton. Him and Bob Kelly's had 2 rows behind you at some MMA fight 11 years ago and trashed you behind your back.
Really? Yeah, we did.
Anything.
I forgot we did sit next to him, but we didn't trash him though.
They didn't sit next to him. We sat 2 rows behind him.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Next to him, as in the same area.
Colin's just a rat.
But we didn't.
Yeah.
Jesus, you're just a rat, Colin. Your whole family, just a bunch of rats.
All I know is you talk about the fireworks, 4th of July. You want to see fireworks? Keep them going. Bring home a copy of Victoria's Secret catalog for your best girl.
What the fuck?
Is this an excerpt from your show?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's my opener.
Hey, how did your opening go?
Oh, it was grand. I mean, grand. Everybody was there. I actually, when I was at the red carpet thing, you know who was next to me?
Who?
Rich Voss.
Oh, God.
Monty McFarlane.
Why?
We spent the whole night with them. Why? Because it was a big night.
Well, why were they
there? Voss, he's Mr. First Nighter now. You didn't know this?
Oh, yeah?
No.
What, probably from Chris?
Yeah, I guess from Chris.
You probably asked Chris. Because Chris was like writing or something. Oh, my God. Holy shit.
God.
How do you think I feel? I'm in the business this many years. I'm on a red carpet. 2 minutes later, I'm sitting down getting spittle on my nice new jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Spittle. Oh, we got a very attractive girl that just came here, Colin.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, I can take a hint.
Well, yeah, better be able to.
How many S's does Voss put into the pronunciation of your show title?
He doesn't even try to say unconstitutional. He goes that show about America, so he knows that.
Some history. Colin's teaching a history class down.
There wouldn't be... It's like the Bill of Rights, okay? Okay?
Fine, you teach a class, I'll tell jokes.
The Foundling Fathers.
You know what should be unconstitutional? You doing your act, okay?
All right, Carl. Anything else, sir?
No, nothing.
All right. Take it easy, Colin.
Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye, Colin.
Bye.
Yeah, he fucking thinks he knows the Constitution. What, did you write into something?
Why are we putting... We're not going to put the girl over there, are we?
No, we're going to put Joe over there.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, you just kicked me around today.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. Come on. I'm just joking.
You're going over there, and then... Well, we got the other...
Can I plug my date real quick?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm at Helium tonight and tomorrow in Philadelphia. Please come out and see the shows, guys.
Indeed.
Please. Helium, Philly, tonight, tomorrow.
Joe's very funny.
Yeah,
I like seeing Joe.
Joe's a delight.
Let's see. Oh, my God. Look at her, man.
Joe,
Holy shit.
Joe, you're using the gal. There you go. Well, let's bring her in.
Yeah, bring her on in. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Who is this bitch?
Bring her on in. Come on now.
She's from Penthouse.
There you go. Come on in.
Lexi Love.
Lexi Love. How you doing, Lexi? Take a seat right over there.
This is heavy.
All right. Oh, what is that?
Uncle Don's Exotic Interludes. We just got handed something.
Oh. Exotic Interludes.
Have you been on before or no?
Wow.
No.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
How are you? How are you?
Uh-oh.
Good. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Damn.
shit. How do you two know each other?
Yeah.
Is it the AVNs?
Oh, the AVNs? Yeah?
No, I think we met somewhere other than that, but I don't know.
Really?
Somewhere in Hollywood, maybe? Or no, here in New York?
Really?
I think
I
so.
don't know. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We texted for a while.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever go out?
We did not.
Oh, no?
It was just friendly text. It was nothing.
Hey, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just
get
asking.
so defensive.
Right away, you're getting fucking fresh.
Right away, you get fucking fresh over here, is it?
What is this that we've been handed? Uncle Don's Exotic Interludes.
It's a board game.
Oh.
And it's a sexy board game.
Wow. Ooh.
Let's open it. So what's the object?
It's like a mix between everything.
Yeah, it's like Monopoly, strip poker, and like sex education, and truth or dare as well, kind of.
Oh.
So the object of the game, so whether you win or lose, you still win.
Ah.
So you lose if you're naked and you don't have any money.
Oh, yeah.
So every date I go on winds up.
That's a fucking Sunday morning.
I like that there's finally a game that combines every game I suggest when I'm trying to bang a chick.
Well, play Monopoly. Play strip poker.
Yeah, we'll just cut right to it now.
Yeah.
It's a fun game called Put This Chemical Hanky Over Your Nose and Mouth.
So what are you doing in town?
I live here.
You do?
I do.
Wow. You dress like you're going somewhere.
I was coming here.
That's it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You could have just been in fucking t-shirt, some jeans.
I don't show up like that.
Pretty nice.
I'm glad you appreciate it.
There's,
look.
Who's Uncle Don? Now these are all. What happens? You roll the dice or the die.
That's old directions. These ones are bad.
Oh, they're no good?
Yeah, we got new
What's
ones.
wrong with the old directions?
Yeah, what would that instruct you to do?
Yeah.
No,
Put the box in your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No, it's from the late 70s. Take the cum and dump it into your hiney, unprotected. No, we got to fix that. It's wrong. That's wrong. That'll get somebody in trouble.
They didn't read really smooth.
Yeah?
I couldn't play the game. I brought other people over. I brought like 8 of my friends over.
You're trying to read the instructions
And,
like...
we're like, we don't know what to do.
It was like reading the instructions on chopsticks.
Oh, look at that. There's
very
like a
shiny
wizardy-looking guy on the cover
Yeah,
there.
Uncle Don is
Sort
a
of
wizard.
Gandalf-looking thing.
He's a magic wizard, man.
Yes.
Don.
And there's like little stars. Yeah, yay! My wizard hat. It's there's little places for the cards, and you go around. There's like little stars, For every equals every space that you land on.
And then what do you got to do? Like, what's the object here?
Where's my little man?
The object is to get either to play, because these cards here.
Yeah.
We have male cards and lady cards.
Oh.
And so
let's open them. Okay. You open them, Lexi Love.
Let's see if I can open them. I'm not very good at this part.
Oh. And they have the little pieces.
Oh, the little tokens. What are they?
Yeah. What are the little tokens?
You have scissors.
Oh man,
I get it. I'm good at this.
DeRosa, he'll open it with this sharp wit.
Wow, nice, nice.
I just had a Manny. I hate to.
And I see like the tokens got like
so the
star thing.
Little pieces.
Where's the starting point? What is this piece? I smell everything.
That's like a POW.
A what?
A POW.
What's a POW? Oh, paddle?
A POW. POW.
POW.
Oh, POW, like a POW.
And then there's the universal symbol for woman and
handcuffs.
man. Handcuffs. Whoa, look out.
I'll be the handcuffs.
And what,
so the starting's over there.
Okay. I want to see you two play.
Let's turn this around. This is going to be fun.
I know. They're playing a little game
We're playing a game of Uncle Don's...
Exotic Interlude.
Uncle Don's Interlude. Really fun name for a game.
Does it?
Who the fuck?
Rolls off the tongue.
Who named this game Uncle Don's Interlude?
What do you got there? Monopoly, Scrabble, Trouble, Uncle Don's Exotic Interlude.
Yeah. Where's the guy cards?
Marty's take a break to fuck was taken already. Somebody already patented that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, is there fucking going on?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yes.
During this game?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Now, see, if you don't want to get naked, we have these cards.
Ah, those are like safe cards.
The safe cards.
I'll take my fucking pecker out.
Will you, Chippa?
Fuck yeah.
But we hope that by the time, you're playing and maybe having a few drinks and on, that you might want to, like, get rid of some
smoking reefer.
Yeah, I hear you.
But there's nothing in the game itself that says, go over there and touch that guy's wang or
well, there's, like, choose a player to rub body parts with, and, like, it's up to your discretion.
You could choose body parts?
Rub your pecker on somebody.
Yeah, what if I say pecker? And you're like, oh, you got. If I say like, all right, rub body parts together. I say, okay, my dick. Then you got to pick a part of your body. Well, you can't like deny my dick.
Well, in the instructions, actually, at the very end, we make sure that we state that it all has to be consensual.
Oh, see, I don't like that. But I thought it was a binding contract as you roll the die and play. It's like,
you have to put it in there.
Yeah, I hear you.
Do they really need that? Like, at the end of Monopoly, it doesn't say you don't really own hotels.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, damn it. I'm going to sue them. I thought I was a fucking tycoon.
I thought I was Steve One.
Oh.
I'm glad we're...
Steve One, Steve Win.
Steve One. It's the Asian guy.
Where's the die?
Where is it?
It should be...
Sure, it's drinking.
It's next to the fuck off end.
We need money. How much money do we need?
Oh.
Who's the...
Oh, you knocked my piece over.
Sorry.
I was just going to ask, who's the piece that's shaped like an asshole?
The DeRosa.
Fucking God damn it.
You just can't win.
I'm just tossing them right up in the fucking
Christ. You just can't win, Joe.
Joking, Joe.
I know.
Now, what do we do?
Wait, what do I do with this?
So much money.
I can't open them.
Oh, more cards that got to be opened.
There's a lot of money. They all have this fucking creepy guy's picture on them.
By the way, Ant, how glad are you that we're not playing too? So,
believe me.
In 3 minutes, I'd be rubbing my cock on your army surplus shirt.
What the fuck? It's scary.
I don't want to go around and buy shit.
What?
There you go.
You got to take a card.
No, you have to take a card.
Which card?
Which card?
The man card.
The man card.
Ooh.
What does your man card say, Jimmy?
Just got hitched. Choose a player and advance to the honeymoon suite. Receive 20 from each player.
Wait, the honeymoon suite.
I want to go with Sam.
The honeymoon suite somewhere over here.
Now do you start sucking, like, tits or something? What happens?
Yeah, what do we do?
Happens?
Just got hit.
What happens?
You choose a player, and you go to the honeymoon suite.
Hey, where do I shoot my goo?
Where's the honeymoon
pieces are
suite?
stuck to the board from my load.
Hey, grab a lady card, honey. Slide it through your snatch.
Hey, I'd like to make a deposit.
Just shoot the die out your asshole.
So now...
Oh.
Where am I I don't know where I am.
No, we should just pick cards because people...
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I just want to pick cards.
Yeah, pick cards and do things.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
No, you have to pick one. I already picked one.
Oh, pick a lady card.
Pick a lady card.
What does that say?
Do you have a girlfriend on the side?
Oh.
Ooh.
What is...
I'm not here in New York.
Is that like a truth or dare?
Well, wait, are you asking that, or is that for you?
It's for me.
Oh.
So you take a card and ask yourself a question and answer it?
Well,
terrible.
It's a question, like, for me, if I'm playing with everybody, like, people want to know, do I have a girlfand?
You have to answer it in front of everybody.
Oh, that's not like a mistress?
Oh.
I was going to say, that's a real life ruiner, that one, to pull that out in the middle of a board game.
Caught with another guy in the XXX booth, lose one turn.
Oh, is that what that... Ooh.
Certainly is.
That'll happen.
Yes.
It's a very realistic game there, Jimmy.
Well, it never happened to me.
Oh, okay. I thought it did.
If it was Jimmy's game, you'd gain points for that.
Yes. See tongue wagging at you through hole in wall. Slap cock on it and then leave ashamed.
Ignore the stubble.
Are you visiting the glory holes again?
Oh, AIDS, throw game away. That's it. Sober Johnny.
We don't even need the board. We could just read the cards. Come on, this is fun.
What do you got?
Do you enjoy watching gay or bi XXX movies?
Oh, do you?
I know everybody, so it's really funny when I watch the movies.
Yeah?
I'm like sitting there, I'm like...
Oh, is it funny to just watch? Like,
yeah.
You did laugh like Chip right there.
No, this is not a
How long you been in the business? Oh, Jimmy.
Since 2004.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
What is the...
No, I'm just trying to do some math. Right?
What's the significance of Uncle Don? Who's Uncle Don?
Exactly.
Uncle Don is the one who made the game.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's called Uncle Don's, he was having so much problems with trademarking. Everything he picked was already used. Okay. So he's like, I'm Don. People call me Uncle Don. The game is being called Uncle Don's Exotic.
Oh, so Exotic Interludes must have been taken?
Yes.
It sounds like something that would be taken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're trying to get like a fucking username on something, you're like, that's a cool username.
Yeah.
You can take it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even put it in because you know it's going to be taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Falcon.
Yeah.
Falcon's taken.
Yeah,
Falcon doesn't like when people try to take Falcon's
That's right,
name.
Falcon.
Paid holiday. Go to Vegas for the weekend, receive $50 and free rent.
Ooh,
wow.
That's nice.
Not a good card.
Pay my rent.
Not a good card. I want a good
depends
card.
on how you're going to get, like, your rent paid.
How did this end the last time you played it? Give me a little rundown of what happened.
I was in my underwear.
Bra and panties? Or
Just panties.
Just panties.
Oh,
and then what happened after that?
I got my boobs grabbed and I had to do, I got a card to do a strip tease.
Oh.
That's terrible.
And I licked a couple people's ears.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it was interesting.
Jeez.
Everybody else was still closed because everybody else wouldn't want to take off.
Oh, man. You're the one that'll just take over your clothes.
It's my game, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Advance to your favorite spot on the board. Get free rent.
Oh,
where's have your cock grabbed?
Yeah, this is
smile.
I need some exotic interludes, not fucking prying the rent out of the local Hebrews.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like a game. That combines porn with economics.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh dear, we're all in trouble.
Go to the cocksuck space and balance your checkbook.
Oh, shit. Yeah. All right, which one's that?
What turns you on the most? Explain and receive $10.
Oh, well, what turns you on the most?
Pussy eating.
Pussy eating?
Yes.
Like eating some of that pussy. Mm-hmm. That's good. That's something common. Nice.
Caught stealing from the liquor and smoke shop. Advance to court and pay fine of $50.
Oh.
My cards stink.
Your cards are the worst, Jimmy.
Maybe I need to reshuffle.
Yeah. Cut those cards or something.
Arrested for fingering an infant. Buy a hat.
Oh, shit.
Do you buy nude magazines?
Oh.
I don't. People give them to
me. What year
is
this?
I know.
No one's buying a magazine anyway.
No.
Should be,
Does anybody else want any cards?
Look at internet porn. Oh, I'll take one.
Aunt, here's some for you.
Stack of cards.
Pass bitch boy some and pass some to Joseph.
That's not my name.
You.
Bitch boy.
Now, what is this? I have a picture. Oh. It's just a picture of Uncle Don.
Oh, so why? It's Name Your Fantasy.
Name my fantasy?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Name your fantasy, Jimmy.
Fucking, I'm out with a girl.
Yeah.
And we're going to this place. And the fucking waiter comes over and he goes, would you like some pork chops? I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. And then while he goes to get my pork chops, and I'm eating my couscous, she gets on her knees and just fucking sucks my dick.
That's a fantasy?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah? That's nothing. I got, like, no happiness.
Do you think that stinks?
It's terrible.
I like that you did couscous.
Yeah, I know. I
enjoyed that part. Yeah.
Have you ever masturbated while driving a vehicle? No. Who would do that?
The question is, have you ever not?
Oh, you've done that?
I lived in LA for a really long time.
Yeah.
And you sit on these parking lots called the 101 and the 405.
Yeah.
And so I got one of those plugs, like the adapter thing for the car.
Oh,
that
for
has
the car.
actual plug.
Yeah.
And I brought my Hitachi, and I just sit there and like I can't go anywhere. And I had a big SUV, so no one could see it unless they were like a big truck.
Wow.
So I would sit there and just masturbate.
That filled me up. I jerked off driving. Yeah, it's fucking hot.
Really?
That filled me up a little.
Could you finish, though? I can't, like, it's not having the visual and the focus of it. I could never do it.
Oh, look at that yield sign. Oh.
I know. I hear that every time I try to fuck.
Yeah. I'm working my clutch. Yeah.
Shifting gears over here. I just put my balls in third.
I flooded the tank.
Sam?
Oh, God.
Unleash the stripper within. Take it all off now for $200.
Go ahead.
Jesus, Sam.
I don't think I'm going to.
Not that. No, it's down to your underpants, I think.
I'm not going to strip down to my underpants.
Take it all off.
I don't get a striptease.
You got that card?
So, a lot of men.
Well,
yeah, actually,
there's also 2 women here.
But that's a man card.
This is a man card?
Absolutely.
It is a man card.
Where's Twinkie Sal? He would have ripped his fucking pants right off.
Tell if these are man cards.
There's a picture of a guy on the.
Oh.
In need of some ankle and wrist cuffs, take up a collection and receive $10 from each player.
Oh, a lot of money being passed
ankle bracelet.
around.
That's for the urban version. In need of an ankle bracelet and fucking scissor.
What's yours?
In need of an ankle bracelet and 300-pound white girlfriend.
That's for the Uncle Dwayne's game.
Do you like giving or receiving hot oil massages?
Oh.
Yes and yes.
Oh, both, huh?
Hot Earl.
Yeah. You gotta give and take, you know?
Oh.
This game is sexy.
You should play this game topless.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, are you? Oh,
yeah,
that's lovely.
See, and that's kind of what the game is about.
You just improvise a little.
Exactly.
Right.
Like that. Oh, man.
That's what you were supposed to do.
You're right.
Yes, Sam.
You've been invited.
Killjoy.
Oh, this stinks. You've been invited to a BYOB party. Advance to the liquor and smoke shop. Pay $50.
You're paying every time.
It's all
But you
reality.
could do sexual favors instead of pay during the game.
Yeah.
You can get out of pay.
BYOB, bring your own botulism. It's Quincy's party.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, so excited. Ooh. Advance to the kissing parlor. Choose a player to French kiss. Both receive $25. Joe DeRosa, get over here. I make out, but, I got a sore throat.
Yeah. Otherwise, I do it. I ain't gay. I ain't afraid.
Sick or anything, do have a bit of a sore throat here. Actually, why don't I put that back on top, and I'll go next. But I think Jackie should play. No, what? Oh, damn it! I already chose that card. All right, Sam.
I got a wild card. Name your fantasy.
Oh,
let's hear your fantasy.
I'm at a wrestling match.
Yeah. I'm masturbating, and I look down, and it's not my hand, it's Triple H's.
Hulk Hogan rips off my shirt.
Oh, yes. I'm at fucking at Bubba's house. Hulk lays me on the bed and puts his Coke can dick in my hiney. I'm truly a Hulkamaniac.
And then the Undertaker comes in and choke fucks you.
Yeah, and then CM Punk shows up and fucking does something.
Oh, shit, bro.
You
just ruin everything.
What's your fantasy, Sam?
What is it, Sam?
Stupid.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Let's hear it.
Come on.
My fantasy?
Yeah, stop repeating and stalling. Let's hear it.
Two girls? What do you want?
That would be nice.
Let's hear it. Your fantasy.
You gotta hear it then.
The fantasy. I don't.
Say it.
Beyond two girls. What's the whole scenario? You want?
Yeah, briefly,
happens?
yeah.
So there I was, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
So I'm in the hotel room, and I realize I've clogged the toilet. And I have a giant log hanging over, like a python tail.
I need to jump
It's black, and I think I might have colon cancer. So I call maintenance. An attractive woman comes on.
It's a hell of an intro. Shit. Anything?
No.
Come on.
What was it?
Sam, your wife. Are you worried that your wife will get mad if you say you're... I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm really asking.
No, my wife doesn't even listen to the show anymore.
Yeah.
Man.
All due
Stopped
respect to
listening a
both
long
families.
time ago.
All due respect. All there is.
Joe,
I thought Norm was going to hit me in the face.
He should have.
He fucking
Jesus. All due respect to both families.
I was uncalled for. Yeah.
I mean, God bless.
It's a sensitive issue, this whole thing. This thing of ours. This thing of ours is very
difficult
sensitive.
situation.
You know, this fucking thing here.
Read the card, Joe. This Uncle Don's exotic interludes game is saucy.
It's
wow.
really spicing things up.
It really is. There's not a soft cock in the room. There's not a dry vag in the house.
I don't know what this means, but I get to choose another player. It says choose another player to help you clone a willy? What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, so the clone of willies, they're where you mold your dick.
Where's that stuff?
I actually have one at home. But like
I have yogurt.
God damn, it doesn't even come with all the pieces. You gotta buy accessories for the game.
In the directions it says to bring toys into the game if you want.
Yeah, but where's the cock cloning stuff that's supposed to come?
Yeah.
Well, you have to go get it.
By the way, I thought we finally got a good one where a guy and a girl get to do something. It's like, no, you just get another guy to pull his dick out.
Plaster of Paris. That's okay. Can I just shove it in your mouth and you can draw it from memory?
Sam, we're going to need you to cut up some newspaper strips. We're going to make some paper mache in here.
Or maybe you could press your dick into a log of shit. Oh my God. That's horrible.
How are you involved in the game, dear?
I'm just playing.
So I was a spokesperson for a while.
Oh.
And then I became the CEO. And
CEO?
Yeah. I'm also the only employee.
Oh, okay.
But I take care of everything for the game.
Oh, okay.
The promo, going to shows, advertising, these cool little...
Oh, you got cool little
Because
things.
this fucking stupid windows are closed. Yeah, bring in Mandy. Mandy Satmiller is here, so bring her in too. She can hang with this.
Sure.
I just read this text.
Oh, well. Oh, look at that.
I think Ron Jeremy is the spokesperson.
Jeremy.
That's you right there, right?
No, that's
not you.
Brittany Amber.
Oh, okay. That looks like you a little bit.
Good one, Joe.
Yeah.
That's you, right? No, it's Ron Jeremy, you asshole. What are you talking about?
That's TT Boy.
I brought fun stuff for you guys as well.
How you doing?
Hey. How are you, sweetie? Good.
We'll bring
Yeah, we got the, we got another chair or something?
Yeah.
Anywhere? Yeah. What?
You want to piss?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll take a break. Take a little piss break, I guess they call it.
Yeah. Be back in 2
Do you have to
minutes.
urinate?
Swag.
Anything? You're good?
I urinated like 10 times.
Good. Ooh, right.
All right, we'll pee and then come right back?
Yeah, we'll be right back.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Look at this. What a full house we're getting here today, huh?
I didn't realize Mandy's a good friend of mine, Mandy Satmiller.
Yes.
And
Andy.
You've been a very good friend to your comedy over the years.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Really good man. He's one of the only ones that sticks up for us as comics.
Really?
Yeah, who writes. And she worked for the Post and bailed me out of a couple of fucking disastrous situations. Yeah. She was very helpful.
Ooh.
There was an item that was going to be run that was talking about how he, just said some mean things to a heckler, I think, at the Comedy Cellar.
Oh, right.
And I explained that that's what comedians do.
Right, yeah.
And, so they didn't have the item be quite as bad. But I think they still ran it, didn't they?
She ran it, but she quoted me accurately, but it was going to be a disastrous
It's the same reporter, that's Tara Palmieri, the same one who did the Alec Baldwin thing recently. That was he said, I hope you choke to death.
Yeah.
That was the same.
Oh, really?
Same chick, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does she have a weird thing with certain guys, or certain male attitudes, or no?
I see a smile.
I don't know. I don't know her very well. I know that the first time that I talked to her, she said, a lot of women write about sex, but I just think it's so easy. And, I write a lot about sex. And everyone kind of knows that. And I had a dating column in the Post. And so I said, yeah, it is so easy. It's just it's almost whorish, don't you think?
Oh, man.
And, so that was kind of fun. She didn't really expect me to fuck with her. But whatever, I like her. I mean, everyone in the media is frenemies. They're all just...
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. What kind of dating column?
I used to do a dating column in the Post called About Last Night, but now I write for xrjane.com, and I write about dating some there, but I'm trying not to completely fuck up my current dating by writing about it as much.
Oh, okay. Well, would guys be like...
I'm dating a lawyer.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
You're dating a lawyer? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, so I can get arrested, and he can...
And he could be right there for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
What kind of lawyer is he?
What's that?
What kind of lawyer?
I don't know. He does something with the law. And
something with the law.
No, well, I know that he used to be JAG, which is super hot.
Oh,
yeah.
Judge
my dad
Advocate
was
General.
Yeah. My dad was military, so I can replay out all those issues.
That's nice.
Wow.
Very good.
So that must mean he's in shape.
Yeah, he is actually. Yeah, he's been encouraging me to. I ran with my pit bull yesterday at 6:30 in the morning, which was unbelievable because I normally just watch the Today Show half asleep.
Sit around.
Well, he's encouraging it. Is that good or bad?
No, not I've had the boyfriend.
Hey, honey, why don't you?
Dude,
I'm going to the gym. What are you doing?
You know what? I call that the asshole diet, which is the surest way if you want to lose lose weight. You just date one of those dudes. Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Honey, let's make a deal. Raviolis every other night.
How about we do salad in the image?
How fucking awful.
You look beautiful, but you could look so much better, too. Right. For you, not for me. Do it for yourself. It's healthier. Just that you live longer so we could spend more time together.
Don't you want to feel good, baby?
Yeah.
Don't you want to feel good?
Yeah. I had a guy who, after I slept with him for the first time, he turned to me and he said, I'm going to show you some upper arm exercises.
Oh, wow.
And I was so horrified. But then I was blackout drunk the night before, and I guess I didn't remember.
That you had jerked him off and your arm fell asleep?
That would be such a better story.
Oh,
no, Christ. I said three things. I saw all the prescription bottles, which were for Ambien. It wasn't anything. But I said, do you have herpes? And then I said, you should send me flowers. And then when he took off his top, I said, you have man boobs.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't remember any of those things. So it kind of makes it less bad.
Oh, God, yeah.
Wow, you were just lambasting him there, huh?
Yeah, in fact, I think he owes you a couple.
Yeah. Exactly. I hear those questions every time I ask a girl out. So he was saying that because he was kind of annoyed at you.
Well, yeah.
A little bit past. Okay,
yeah.
How graphic did you get in your column? Do you get sex or just kind of dating?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but I was after I did the my night with a gigolo prostitute story for the Post a couple of years back. I was booked on O&A, but the Post wouldn't let me come. So that gives you an indication of, like, what I could get away with. So I remember one time I had some piece that was about, like, going to the Hamptons and, like, I don't know, like, having sex, like, 5 different times, like, including on top of the Post on, like, page 6, which I thought was really, like, poetic.
And that was with one person?
No, that was, like, with 20 different... No, yeah, it was with one person, yeah.
It's like 5 different times, like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I remember my editor said, I don't know, the whole thing just feels kind of like this over-sexed weekend. So...
Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
So I, like, kind of rewrote it in this, like, it was like a fairy tale.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so
girls
I kind of got my, like,
those.
Zombie Carrie Bradshaw on,
Oh,
that's
boy.
ridiculous. This weekend at Bernie's has too much dead guy in it. Yeah. Let's just soften this up a little bit.
Exactly. Can't you make him Bob Dole so just his arm isn't working? I mean, does it have to be? He's completely dead.
What was, like, your worst date? What was it? Worst one.
The worst date was the date I went on with a rapist.
Oh, wow. That is
we
a bad
ate dinner.
He didn't rape me, but he is serving, I think, like 15 years now.
Oh, a real rapist.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow.
After my prestigious My Night with a Prostitute cover, I was on the cover of the Post, my date with the Riverside Rapist. So I was, like, really on a roll,
Whoa.
I just needed to have, like, my 20 abortions. Like,
was it a good date?
No. So I wrote about him in the dating column.
It's like,
yeah, it was love. Like, he was totally, I'm waiting for you, baby. Yeah.
Nice enough fella.
No, I wrote about him in the dating column, and I called him Mr. Whip It Out.
Oh, was it?
In
like,
Central
let's get
Park.
to business.
Yeah, in Central Park. He was just, like, super aggressive and wanted to, and I was like, I'm not going to fuck you in Central Park, And he had this really memorable name, Hugo Denver Acassé. He was French.
Oh.
And so when he got arrested, my editor remembered it and said, isn't this the dude that you dated
shit.
who kept texting you things after when you blew him off? Like, you are a sexy brat provocateur.
Jesus.
Which is kind of like, that's kind of a cool
Gotta remember that one.
Yeah,
That's
sexy
a
brat
good one.
provocateur.
And so I wrote about that. And then, like, 20 women, I keep saying the word 20, so I think like, one of those numbers is off. I'll say, like, 23. 23 women emailed me saying that they had similar experiences with the guy, and I forwarded them on to the ADA, and then I had to, like, talk to her.
Wow.
But he took his dick out?
Yeah, he took his dick out, and I didn't. Okay, so
Did it look angry?
I had to take this.
Just an angry dick.
I had to take this out. I had to take this out of the piece that ran, but I was trying to be, like, really honest, And he was really pushy, and sometimes as a woman, it's just better to just let a guy.
Oh man.
So I let him, like, jerk off on my back,
Oh, nice.
And my God.
Like, yeah,
in the park? Wait, in the park?
Yeah, because he was like really aggressive. No, but check it out.
Fantastic.
Check it
Jesus.
out. No.
Love this guy.
My omelet's getting fluffy over here.
Okay, in my defense, I mean, this is kind of, like, dark, but one of the women who, like, resisted, she got punched in the fucking face.
Oh, man.
So I think I made the right choice there.
So wait a minute. He was kissing
But
you.
I had to take that out of the Post column because they said it didn't pass the breakfast test.
Well, of course. Well, Jimmy.
Exactly. Wait a minute. So he was hitting on you and being aggressive, and he was trying to have, and you knew that it was going to get ugly?
Yeah, it was just like he was, I was just like, I was like resisting, but I mean, it's not like I could have run away. So like when I was talking to the ADA, I was like, it's not, he didn't rape me. Like, I don't want to testify against him, but he's like a bad, aggressive guy,
How did you get him to just jerk? How do you tell someone just to jerk off on your? Like, I've jerked off with girls, but like
I don't remember. I mean, like, I think that he just like I think he was like putting my hand on his dick, and I was like, I'm not gonna like blow you, I'm not gonna give you a hand job, and I was like, I think I was just like, do what you need to do, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a really romantic thing.
Yeah.
When
Hey, do what you need to do.
That just got sad. That story got sad.
I know, it's a dark story. And the dude was black, and so
the French
a
guy?
lot of
You a big dick?
huge.
Want to thank Mandy for coming in today.
But she won me back over. He had a big dick.
Yeah, no, I think that was like the biggest dick I've ever seen, probably. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was my
Look at the
first
guy
time.
sitting next to you.
It was my first time. Outside of Joe DeRosa, obviously. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, wow, okay.
Fuck you, cunt. No, he wasn't saying I have a big dick. He was saying I'm the biggest dick you've ever seen.
Oh, that was like a witty use of wordplay.
Yeah, he thought he was giving me a compliment. There is no compliment ever sent my way in this room.
Always default to insult here.
Yeah. He was saying that Joe DeRosa is a big dick, not that Joe DeRosa possesses a man's cock.
Right.
Yeah, no. In fact, quite the contrary.
I have big dickdar, which is, you can tell a guy who has one because he has just like completely unwarranted confidence.
Wow.
And like, so yeah, one of the last guys I like hooked up with, he was like, were you surprised? And I was like, no. Because you totally have just this like maddening sense of entitlement that only guys
Dickdar.
with like, yeah.
I agree.
Scary.
Right?
Second
See? She
Guys-
has my back.
Yeah.
Guys that shouldn't.
Someone else had your back, too. Came all over it. Yeah, I had a bag.
It passed the breakfast test. I dumped my yogurt on it.
All right, so guys that shouldn't have confidence, but do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So little scaredy cat guys like,
Jesus Christ.
little dicks.
I have so many small dick signals jumping off of me. I slouch. I have sloped shoulders.
You have a magnifying glass belt buckle.
Yeah, I think that sometimes you can have like a micro penis and still give off like big dick confidence.
I guess because
if
you're like,
so
fuck it.
overcompensating. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just gonna find out sooner or later. Might as well just play it up.
I think little dicks are hot.
Really? You like a little dick?
Well, no, but I don't like discrimination. You know what I mean? And so, like, you can have, like, anal doesn't hurt,
Oh,
so
there you go. That's
there's, like,
nice.
always,
the guy
like,
wants to hear that. Fuck me in the ass, because it won't hurt.
Exactly. You're harmless.
Won't hurt.
You
Nothing.
fucking half a man.
You little fucking dick shithead.
Hey, don't look on the bright side. You won't hit either one of my roids. No guy wants to hear that.
Does a big dick and a small dick like get you off equally as much? Or what?
Well, I was with one guy who had like a Coke can dick, I call it. Yeah, he was like
painted.
He was one of those like Jews from there's like
Africa.
like my theory on Jewish guys is they either have like gigantic dicks or little ones. See, the porn star's with me. All of my dick science is totally
You're accurate.
being verified.
Yes. So Jews.
But yeah, it was. But so I don't like a massive girth coke. Like
why was it called a Coke can dick? Did brown stuff come out of it?
That was
Wow.
No, because it was like tasty and refreshing.
There you go. Nicely done. So they could be the biggest, much like the Jews' noses. The same thing. They could have big ones or small ones.
Oh, way to take it from a front place. Right into actual hatred.
Right, anti-Semitism.
Yeah, much like those posters I collect from World War II.
So speaking of hate speech, so after I wrote about the rapist, because he was black, I got letters that were like, you're a disgusting coal burner. I would spit on your maggot-infested corpse. You'll never date a white man again. And then I was on a website.
I've since changed my email.
No, that's when I dated a couple of the guys, but yeah, no.
Wow, so they were really like, white guys.
But yeah, it was kind of dark. That was kind of a dark story.
Yeah.
Especially if you do anything I've done out of fear, I feel bad. Like if it was just dirty, like jerk off on me. But if it's like if you're really scared, it's like that's depressing.
Yeah, it's creepy. You like do this, or you probably get punched in the face. Yeah. Wow.
But you didn't know that at the time. Like you didn't know he had punched women. Like you just instinctively sense this guy's a fucking problem.
Yeah, I mean, like I have a pretty good sense of if someone is like legit kind of dangerous, you know, and. Yeah.
But that's like using like that book, The Gift of Fear by Gavin DeBecker talks all about like fear and using our instincts. And not that you ever want to be put in that position, but of all scenarios, I mean, aside from running away and maybe getting caught, of all sexual scenarios that had to happen, that was probably the one that you would have gotten out of with the least amount of
coming on back.
But I'm saying there's no penetration, there's no injury.
What were you wearing?
Yeah, that is true.
I was wearing
hopefully a parka.
I was wearing the dress that I was trying to find this morning to wear because it's my lucky rapist come on the back. No, but it's like got just the right amount of cleavage. That's like, what's up? But I couldn't find it.
Is it backless? I mean, that's kind of
yeah. It's like kind of backless. And but I remember going across the street to the Sherry Niederlander to like wipe the cum stain
clean
off.
up a little.
Yeah. Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, it was an awful night. Yeah.
Let me ask you though, because what got you into the park with him? If you sensed that before.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was kind of drunk. Like we met for. So I met him at the Apple store, and
wait, that's where you met him, or that's where you guys said let's meet there?
No, that was where he hit on me. Was at the Apple store.
Oh man.
Yeah, and the thing was, like, he said, like, what do you do? And I said, I'm a journalist. And he said, oh my God, so am I. And he showed me his website, which it turned out he was like a complete
rape and fucking murder pictures. Let me scroll down.
He was reporting on these stories. They were actually just home videos.
No, check it out. He was like a complete sociopath. He had a fake website up where he did like the Daily Show style of editing, where you know how like they can make it look as if you're interviewing someone. So he was like, I interviewed Bill Clinton, I interviewed Angelina Jolie.
Oh no, but it was other people interviewing him.
Yeah,
he cut
hadn't
that,
done any of
and
this.
he's sitting there.
So I thought he was like a legit journalist.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is it rape if you put so much work into it?
Jesus, man.
It seems like, I don't know.
If you put Industrial Light and Magic production
you're using
value
special effects and
Jesus
green screening.
Why are you in a brown room and Clinton's in a green room?
Exactly.
I will beat you with my penis.
Why is the fucking audio quality complete? Why are you standing in front of a shrub and he's in the White House?
How come every time it shows Clinton it says Fox News at the bottom of the screen?
So we met at a little chalet. No, that's the wrong word. It was like
cafe.
Yeah, well, it was like it was this crazy cafe, and I can't remember the name of, but it was like they had curtains where it was just you in a private little drinking. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
How long after you met him? Real quick. How long after you met him did you go out with him?
I don't know, like a couple of weeks later.
Okay, so in that time though. Was there any sort of sexual build? Like, did you get any hints before that? Like, was he texting you like, I can't wait to see you, you're so gorgeous? Like, anything that made you think, this guy might be a little fucking goofy?
No, nothing at all.
Nothing?
No.
All right,
no.
Okay. All right.
He didn't say, nothing indicative, okay.
No, and then, so we met there, and he was like freaking out over, he was very complimentary, because at the Apple store, like, I didn't have any makeup on, and like, I was kind of flattered to be hit on, because I, like, looked kind of schlubby, and then I was like to the nines.
You were white.
At the little,
you know.
And
come on.
So and then he said, and he ordered like almost nothing to eat, and then we drank like a bottle of wine, and so I was like kind of hammered, you know.
Yeah.
And,
oh boy.
But he said to me, he said, so I would say you are a woman who is passionate, with excellent taste, and who enjoys adventure. And I was like,
jeez, who wasn't going to say yes to that?
Exactly.
I know. And I was like,
starts talking to you like Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah. The guy from Serpent in the Rainbow talked to you with a fucking...
And he had a little ascot.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, that sounds like something Liberace said. I feel like I failed you if you have a little ass.
Oh, shit. So, yeah.
So then so then we went for a walk, into Central Park, and he was going on and on about John Lennon, whatever. And then he did the immediate hand-holding, which is like, that's a warning sign.
Okay.
Because any guy who's doing that is like aggressively like moving forward on some kind of a strategy, you know? Don't you agree?
I only like had someone hold hands with me once or twice.
Oh, man.
Oh,
So,
Jesus.
It's hard to do when you got dicks in both of them.
That's not hand-holding, Lexi.
Can you let go of that cock so I can be romantic, please? I want to hold your hand for once.
Come on. Jesus.
I was in 2 long-term relationships. I'm just starting to date now.
Yeah.
And so if people like hold my hands, I think it would be a little like kind of weird. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. You
Are you more comfortable, like if I were to like tweak your nipple right now, would you be more comfortable with that than to hold your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So.
Would you
Just
like to tweak my nipple?
Sure, I always do that when I'm at strip clubs.
Oh.
Women are allowed to.
Yeah, to touch.
You're allowed to touch?
Guys, of course.
Well, I mean, because I'm like, because most of them are like bi. Are you bi?
Yes.
Yeah. See, yeah. There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, girls.
Yeah,
are
I
straight.
didn't want to ask to tweak the nipple. I felt that would be inappropriate.
What?
If you want to tweak the nipple, I feel we've known each other long enough. You can tweak the nipple.
All right.
Oh, look at that.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, Chip. What do you think, Chip? No, that's not how you...
It fucking feels like the end of a small toe or something. Nice.
Are you saying that I have calloused nipples?
No, it's just plump like a baby toe.
Jesus.
Feels good. Little baby toes.
I can't even describe how he's grabbing it. It's like very repetitive.
It looks like he's trying to pull a ticket out of a machine that's stuck, like out of a skee-ball machine.
Or that, or how you fucking, when you used to buy cigarettes out of the old cigarette machines and it wouldn't come out.
Come on, you cocksucker.
Have you ever had someone fumble really bad on your body like that? Like
Like the
not
way
know
I
what
just
they were
did it?
doing? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
In porn, like, I used to have a hood ring and my nipples pierced.
Whoa.
After a few weeks, I'm like, you guys just don't know what you're doing. We're taking these out now. I'm like,
Oh,
out.
really?
No, out.
Oh, you had a clit hood ring?
I used to, yeah. I mean, I can still put it in, but
Do you have a hole? Like, is there still a hole there?
Jesus.
it's really small.
Did
though.
that hurt like hell when you got it?
Nipples hurt far more than the hood. The hood only hurt for a second, and you're like, ooh.
So does that give you, having the nipple rings, does that give you heightened sensation during sex? Is it like a permanent nipple clamp?
Well, when I had them, they didn't really do much. Like, it actually, like, lessened the feeling, but now that there's scar tissue, it actually makes it better than it was before because now they're more sensitive. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, man.
Good talk.
I'm trying to look up your clit on the
yeah.
internet here. I want to see it with the ring in it.
Jimmy's looking
A
up her
hood piercing. Oh, mine? I don't know where you're gonna find that because it was only my first couple weeks. Like,
Yeah.
And you know what? I put it in one time for Rocco Reed, because he really likes clit rings. So
Better Rocco than Robert.
so I know there's a scene in it there.
Have you ever seen the documentary After Porn Ends?
Yeah, it's
Like
great.
After Porn?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I saw
a great.
that.
It's really good.
I love
It is really good.
I loved it. The Randy West story made me kind of sad.
Was he
Why?
the dude who died of the stroke or something?
No, he didn't die. He was just the only one in the documentary. Like, everybody that they highlighted had, like, was just like, either like, yeah, I did it and I'm cool with it and now this is my life, or I did it and I'm ashamed of it, but now this is my life. Everybody kind of had their cathartic journey that they went on. Randy West was the only guy that you didn't buy it when he was like, you know, man, never got married, just, hey, fuck it. Some guys just keep the party going. And it was like,
Yeah.
he doesn't seem like he has a bad life. I just was like, that guy hung on to it too long, and now he can't get out of it. And, like, he doesn't do porn anymore. He's just that dude.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Randy West did a series, I think, called Up and Comers.
Yeah.
And he had, like, some of the first footage of Jenna Jameson.
He had the first. He
the
launched
first.
her. Yeah.
And who was it that died of
God, she was gorgeous.
She was beautiful.
So hot.
I mean, she still is, but those early video that they had.
There was, she was really something special.
Is she your hero? Do you have a hero? Like, do you have a role model porn star that you look up to?
I don't.
I think you should get one. You need a mentor in the industry.
It should be Nina Hartley for, in my opinion,
you know what?
for every girl.
I love Nina Hartley. I really do.
Yeah, she's a badass.
She's amazing.
She's fucking incredible. I look up to her, and I don't work in porn like her.
That's only because you want to fuck William H. Mason.
Why do you want to fuck William H. Mason?
I don't. He just is making fun of me because there's a girl whose cock I want to suck, and all of a sudden you get a reputation for being half a fake. No, here's the thing: is her philosophy on sex, on porn, on the business, just her business mind, everything about her. She's so fucking. I have such an admiration for her. You see very few people that are that in touch with who they are and truly comfortable with it. There is zero overcompensation with her. There is zero front. She's never posing.
Jeez. Are you giving an academic thesis?
I'm trying. I'm hoping she'll email me.
You know there are women out there that care for sick children and stuff too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just
little reality.
Little reality to you there. She sucks cocks. Okay, calm down.
Take it easy.
And well, I might add.
Well, I'm not saying
she's a good kisser.
She's really.
I know. I'm so jealous of you that you made out with her.
You made out with her?
Yeah.
Wow.
In a movie.
That's awesome.
She's amazing. Look, some people look up to Dylan. I look up to Nina Hartley. Leave me alone. Let me
Do you
have my
have a
arts.
boyfriend right now? Do you find it's hard to date?
I don't have a boyfriend.
You don't have a boyfriend?
No.
You should date Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Hi. Oh, Jim.
We could go out to eat.
What are you gonna eat?
Wait, hold on. Butternut squash.
No, Chip. That wasn't even.
You don't think Chip throws in sexy answers?
Oh, you're terrible. Oh my God.
I'm vegan. That's kind of hot.
Yeah, like 2 yams.
She's vegan.
He should date Moby.
He's
Moby
vegan.
or Bill Clinton. I bet Bill Clinton would
or
be
James
into
Cromwell.
you.
Oh, James Cromwell.
Yeah, I vote James Cromwell over
He's an
Moby.
actor. He was here yesterday.
He's an actor, and he's fucking 70-something years old.
Yeah,
awesome,
but he's
though.
fucking confident looking, and he has big giant hands, so he's probably all cock.
You think he's all cock?
He's got to be vegan with big hands, all cock.
Do people ever put tofu in your vagina or anything just to support your lifestyle choice?
I've never even thought about that, but no.
You should try it.
Why are you pointing at Zimmerman?
Sorry. I just was trying to discreetly point. Sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't think everybody's going to look. I was just trying to point.
Why you're pointing at the biggest murder trial in the country?
Sorry, go ahead. I was just trying to discreetly.
Have you have porn stars been following the Zimmerman trial?
I don't know.
I guess not. Yeah.
I think Lexi's very sexy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very much so.
And I would be very. You had a clit piercing. Do you have a big or small clit? I'm asking for a reason.
I have a big clit.
Oh,
I'm Sicilian. I have a big juicy clit.
Jesus.
Really?
All right. Now we're talking. Norton's language.
Do you get really wet?
Oh yeah, I squirt. I get really wet.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you, because it says Lexi loves squirt, and it's a little shot glass.
Yeah.
Where you can drink her squirt, I guess. I don't know. But,
big clit. Nice.
So what does it take to, it doesn't take much, where you get in there, a little rattling around, and shit comes flying out, right?
Jesus.
Easy with the sexy talk.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That was really
don't be so
hot.
technical.
Who's not checking off right now?
Because I was watching a few of those on
talking about it like
on the internet.
Motor.
Yeah. What?
It's like car talk.
Yeah. Gotta prime it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah. Can you please have a cigarette hanging off of your lips the next time you say that sentence?
Or a shotgun?
I don't believe in squirting. I think it's pee.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like,
Yeah.
I watch a lot of the videos of squirting, and I was watching. I'm like, I got to figure out what this is. Sometimes, it looks like it's just coming out like pee.
Have you ever collected the squirt and then collected your pee and then done a taste test comparison?
Yeah, right.
Well, I know that. Well, I haven't tasted my pee, but I have tasted my own squirt, and it's like kind of sweet.
Yep.
It's like kettle corn. It smells like kettle corn. It's kind of sweet and salty.
Let me tell you something.
That's amazing.
I've had girls squirt in my mouth, never on my dick.
So maybe that'll be a new thing, like squirting flavored kettle corn.
Wow.
No, but I'm telling you, it's not piss, and piss does taste like popcorn. I don't know about squirt like kettle corn. Piss tastes like popcorn. That's a great comparison, kettle corn. So I've said for years people ask me what piss tastes like.
Fucking shit tastes like cotton candy. It's amazing. It's just amazing. No one would think, but
no, but I don't. I guess that's a great way to look at it. But no, I've said for years piss tastes like popcorn.
Yeah.
Squirt's definitely not piss because I've never seen it would be yellow once in a while at least, and I've never seen yellow squirt.
I'm gonna maintain that until I can actually do it. So
scientific.
I think it's just like some guy's got a big fucking load, and some guys it dribbles out. I think it's just people just shoot differently.
Whatever that is, whatever that lube is in a girl. That comes flying out in some girls.
Lube. You still you're talking about cars.
Lube. When you're lubing her up. When you're checking the old brake pads.
But what are you saying? If whatever the lube is,
like the self-lubricating vagina there. You got one of those self-lubricating vagina.
Whatever your that typical fluid is, vagina there. It'll you sound like
you're one cylinder. And so whatever that is, I guess in a girl that could squirt,
I think it's called pussy juice.
Pussy juice, right? The pussy juice glands, whatever forms the pussy juice, is probably just like insane in girls that squirt. So it just comes flying out.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
And so does that feel better than just like a regular, classic orgasm?
It's more intense.
The videos are crazy. They're like, they're shaking and arching and fucking just flying out.
You know what? I've been with two girls in my past that have squirted
at the same time.
But they get both of them got extremely self-conscious about it.
Yep.
One of them. The first time we had sex, it was really wet everywhere, and I just was like, man,
Then you woke up and you're holding a knife.
Yeah, it was like Barton Fink. I didn't kill that girl, I swear to God.
Yeah.
But the first time we had sex in the night and in the morning. And the first time at night, we were both drunk, and I remember saying, like, man, you're really wet. And I wasn't being insulting or provocative.
Who would take that as insulting?
Well, she got really weird about it. And I go, no, I like it. I go, why are you so? And she's like, no. And then the next morning, we were fucking around again, and then we started having sex, and she was like, you gotta stop. And I was like, what? And she's like, just please. And I was like, and then I was like, are you a squirter? And she was like, shut up. And she covered her face. She got and the other girl acted like that
laugh
too.
At you, point at her and go, ha ha.
Yeah, get out of here. You
get out of
here.
Sick.
Exactly.
You're disgusting.
Yeah. Clown flower pussy. Aha. Clown flower pussy.
You're a squirter, so am I. And then you come in the face.
Hey.
Agrees.
You should support her and do like a It Gets Better PSA.
Oh, yeah.
On squirting.
Well, my question was going to be, why, you're obviously not embarrassed about it, but why do girls get self-conscious about that? Why
How do you know I'm not embarrassed?
Oh, man.
You're embarrassed? Are you embarrassed? I'm sorry. I apologize.
I've been embarrassed before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I was having sex with somebody, and they didn't. I figure everybody knows I'm a squirter. That if I'm having sex with them, I'm sure they've watched my porn somewhere along the line, and I squirted a ton, and they instantly took the sheets off and put new sheets on, and whoa, swamp bed, and I'm like,
whoa,
oof.
Why would you do that?
I'm like, ouch. But I mean, they didn't mean it in a bad way, but that's what they said, and we were really drunk.
Cleaning up from a murder scene.
Yeah, and
I would grab the back of your head and put your nose in it and hit you with a newspaper. No. What did you do? What did you do?
I would just hand you a toaster.
So do you like that a guy has done due diligence on you before fucking you? That would kind of freak me out.
If it's already happened, if you meet me and then you go and watch me, then I get a little come on, you're getting the real thing. Why you gotta go and watch the porn? Now, if you've already seen me, well, I can't help the fact that we didn't meet before you watched my porn. So that doesn't bother me.
Right.
But watching it, while you're getting it, it's just kind of weird.
So people want to watch your porn while they're fucking you? So it's like a three-way?
That would be great, right?
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
But that would be funny.
I have to find one of those micro penises if you have one of those in a movie. Imagine watching, there's just some guy railing it with a giant dick, and you're like, eh.
You bet I can imagine. You bet I can.
Jimmy's loving the idea.
Oh, boy. That his was better, wasn't it?
Feel?
I bet you the people who really like humiliation would probably be into that.
We have to leave soon, so we have to ask Mandy about her podcast, because Mandy came in to plug her podcast.
Right, yes. So I have a new podcast, and it's called News Whore. It's like a play
News
on...
Whore.
Yeah, it's classy, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a play on media horror and News Corp, and also because I'm kind of a whore, and I'm taking the word back. That's my news hook. I'm taking whore back. And so my first guest is Colin Quinn, and he's super funny.
He's
and it's on the Riotcast Network, and you can just go to riotcast.com/newshore.
That's easy.
Yeah, and just subscribe, and it's awesome. And I have one guest a week, and ask the same hard-hitting questions that I asked Lexi here.
Yes. We got a little taste of that.
Yeah. So thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
You know what, dude? You on Riotcast, boom, you grab Mandy, just check it out, boom, boom.
Yeah, you flip to this, you listen to the news, dude, you flap back.
Did you tape it? Where did you do it? Where Bobby does his podcast over the summer?
No, I'm actually, so my co-host is Graham Smith, who's this musician and knows audio backwards and forwards. So he set it up in my apartment. And it sounds pretty great. So, I mean, if in the future we may do it at the studio, but we've done about 8 so far, and my apartment has worked well. So,
oh, good.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Great.
I'm trying to get Courtney Love.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's a friend of mine, and I think she said she would do it when she's
we had her on. She was cool.
Yeah,
we interviewed her. She was fantastic.
Totally. I love her.
Yeah.
We didn't know we were going to get along with her, but she turned out to be great. She was so much fun.
She's so smart. It's frightening.
And open and very honest about stuff, which was just great.
Where are you going to be?
I'll be...
Not you. Are you going to... Do you do anything? Do you appear?
Where am I going next? Hold on. I'm thinking. That would be the lady where I'm going next.
We promote, which is called Uncle Don's Exotic Interludes.
Oh, that looks fun.
Where can we get it?
You can buy it on exoticinterludes.com, or you can buy it on penthousestore.com. If you go to penthousestore.com and you type in love, you get 20% off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Joseph tonight and tomorrow is in Philadelphia at the Helium Comedy Club. It's a great club in Philly. And obviously, Joe's a fucking very, very funny comic.
Yes.
So if you're in Philadelphia or if you're in South Jersey, go check out Joe.
Thank you, Jimmy.
And,
can I give a plug for the rapist? Where he's going?
Yeah, where's the rapist going to be swinging that giant
I'll get to
dick?
that. He'll be doing the antisocial comedy tour with Amy Schumer, Artie Lang, and Dave Attell. We're doing that. Second show is got tickets to July 20th, the day after my birthday, so I'll be doing my very special birthday show.
Yes.
And I'm doing the Gathering of the Juggalos this year, so if you happen to want to watch a comedian end his career.
That's a rough scene over there, dude. I've been there.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, I think it's going to be very different for you. You're going in under very different circumstances than I
No,
went
not comedy tent.
Dude, you got to read the Vice story. Have you read that one? When Tila Tequila got the shit.
Oh, yeah, they threw shit at her.
Vice story is amazing. Hannibal Buress was there that year.
Yeah.
Like threw shit
But you're going, there's going to be people probably going, we love Jim Norton, we want to see Jim Norton. I was going as like absolute no-name fucking comic, and the drunks are stumbling in to watch you now. So it was a bad scene, but it might not be that bad for you. I don't know.
I did their show on Fuse. Hopefully it will air first, so most of their but whatever. I'm not really that worried about it. It's just it's money, and it'll be fun because I like those guys. So I guess Mandy and Lexi, thank you, and of course Joe.
Yes.
Always here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got Sam Roberts coming up next for a little bit until the Ron and Fez show.
That's right. So,
and you can probably listen to Fez voice the exact same opinion I have on the Zimmerman case. I heard yesterday. He's all for George Zimmerman. Thinks Trayvon was a thug. Fez is like militant for George Zimmerman. So listen to the Ron and Fez show.
And Ant will be on Red Eye tonight.
I'm taping it. I don't know if it's one of those tape Friday, air Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Because I think they were doing that or something. I should probably know that. Look for me on Twitter, Anthony Cumia on Twitter, and I'll let you know.
Or just go to Justice for Trayvon, and the one voice that doesn't make sense is his Twitter.
Have a good weekend.